Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Beekeeper Tarot. My name is Alan, as you know. Thank you for your support of the channel and for the memberships and memberships, people subscribing to me. I don't even have memberships, but that's okay. I just wanted to look today. Well, I wanted to maybe hopefully do a few readings, but the first one that I want to do is just for us, just for the collective. So now that we're coming into the month of October, today is the 30th of September here in Australia, in Sydney. And so what I thought I'd do is I'd use the Moonology Oracle, and then depending what I get, how I feel intuitively, I'll grab some tarot cards as well. So without further ado, let's go. So message. I'm going to take that one. Message for the collective spirit. Message for okay. You know what? These cards fell out. I'm just going to go with these. All right. Come on up. Just got to love the way spirit works. So those cards fell out, and I'm just going to go with those. I won't be doing tarot cards on this reading in particular, um, but I think there's a message here. So anyway, the pardon me, the first card the card that fell out in the order is surrender to the divine. If you can see that, can you see that? Oh, let me just see if I can fix this lighting. Sorry, folks. I think I've adjusted the light a bit better for that. So that says surrender to the divine. And then the next card is your commitment is being tested, but the energy is gaining momentum. And finally, expect powerful change. If you can see that. So that's my message. Before I have a quick read of it, I'm just going to say what I feel intuitively, and then I'll have a look at the guidebook and I'll go through it with you. But just my take on that intuitively is that with surrender to the divine, sometimes we just have to trust spirit, and we just have to trust whether you call spirit God or Jesus or Buddha or Allah or spirit or the universe, however you choose to say that, or whatever spirit or the universe means to you. Sometimes you just need to really surrender to that, because there's a lot of insanity going on around the world. And I do think, and also two prayers for the people in the Middle East that are just like, I mean, what a mess, and obviously Ukraine, and the flooding from all the storms in the US. That looks like a real mess. So I say this with all humility, and I just with all humility, um, just sometimes when things are getting a bit crazy, you just have to surrender to the divine, and it's almost like your commitment is being tested. And what that means is that I think it's talking about trusting the universe. That's kind of how I relate to it. So I know for when there are periods in my life where I don't have clear answers or I don't have a clear way forward, often for me, it's about, okay, this is a situation that's going on. I don't get it. But all I know is that as long as I'm doing the right thing, as long as my intentions are good, I can trust in the universe, and things will work out. Like I may not always understand the path journey that's happening, but I know that I'll end up in the right place. It's I feel as long as my if I'm being intuitive and I'm listening to my spirit guides and I'm, doing my meditations or connecting with spirit, whatever that means. Like for me, I'll just sit down and, do some praying and stuff. And then, I'll feel the connection with my guides. But however that is for you to connect with your spirit guides, some people walk, some people meditate, some people might chant, some people pray, some people might manifest. Whatever that is for you, however that is for you, then do that. So in that way, you can surrender to the divine. And in that way, know that we're not always going to know what's going on. We're not always going to know what the answer is in the moment, because we're all on that journey. We are all spiritual beings on a journey. We just happen to have a human body on, but we're all spiritual beings and we are all connected to the divine, to the universe. That's what I think. And in a way, the energy gains momentum because we are all part of the collective and we are all living souls, if you know what I mean. And like I said, we just have a different, pardon me, a different presentation in that we just have human bodies right now, but we're all spiritual beings. And then to expect powerful change. So yeah. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the book about that, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, folks, so just pardon me while I just read from this. Take what resonates, okay? All right. So this is Surrender to the Divine, which is the full moon. All right. So it says here, tune into your emotions now and see what they are telling you. They're very likely close to the surface. No matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card, matters will soon conclude and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. So that's that card. So with the second card, your commitment is being tested. I'm drawn to this in the book. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you may need to stay strong through a storm. So, yeah, what that is saying is that just remain steadfast if something is going on that you're not sure. And the way to do that is to just to surrender to the universe, to know that whatever's going on, the universe has got your back. Because the next card is the energy is gaining momentum. So let's have a look, see at that one. Yeah, so like I said, the third card is, pardon me, the waxing moon, which is saying that the energy is gaining momentum. And what the book says about that is, in part, um, where do you want to go? And do you believe you can get there? Either you can keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome around you, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are certainly on the right track. So it's sort of saying that there are some times that when we want change to happen, or if we feel that the momentum is growing within us, we need to sit back and meditate, or we need to actually get out there and do something. And whatever that means for you, whatever you decide according to this, the the cards are saying, the universe has got your back. You're on the right track for whatever that means, to whatever your situation is. And the final one is expect powerful change. So that's a lovely card to end on with this. So this is, as I said, the new moon. Expect powerful change. and it's a new moon eclipse. New moon eclipse. Let's have a look, see, eh? And this is a really nice message, by the way. I had a quick read. Pardon me. So, this is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared, it could be quite the ride. You reckon? that and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason, and you'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You are being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. So that's just a really nice message to finish that on. It's almost like what I was saying before, there are times you just need to kind of let go of things and just accept where you're at and just move forward. And the message I'm getting for this is that I think that there's probably a lot of us out there that are going through a bit of turbulence, or and there certainly is a lot of turbulence in the world. If I can just get spiritual for a second, if it's okay, and this is just what I believe, and you don't have to believe this. But as I said, I do believe that we are all interconnected, and there's a lot of spiritual traffic out there. I do believe that as there's lots of people, there's lots of spirits around, and there's lots of there's just a lot of spiritual traffic out there. And in the midst of all of that, we have our spiritual guides and our angels. And I think really what's important at this time when there's so much insanity going around, with the so much insanity, to become grounded, we just need to spend a bit of time just to connect with our inner guide, to connect with our guides, however that means for you. And in a way, let the craziness go around us, like not to be consumed with us, not to be consumed by it. And for for my friends in the US, I know that the debate between, is it Vance and Walsh, is happening sometime soon. I think it might be on the 1st of October, I think, from memory, but I'm not too sure. But there's just a lot of insanity with everything that Trump is doing, entertainment purposes on YouTube. But my feeling with the messages that I'm getting here with regards to everything that's going on is just to not let all that infiltrate you too much. Like, be aware that it's there, but know your place with spirit. Be grounded in who you are, and be rooted in that. And then you can go into the world and you can know that there's all this shit going on, and it is shit. And then in the midst of all of that, you know that you have a grounding in your spiritual life, and listen to your intuition, listen to your intuition, and just remain grounded and try not to get caught up in all the cray cray, because there's a lot of cray cray. And especially to all my friends in the States, like, every day going forward is a day closer to when Donald Trump will become less of an influence in our lives. And I'll just put it like that. Entertainment purposes down the YouTube, wherever my little sign is. Here it is. Entertainment only YouTube. But there's just a lot of insanity. So my feeling is just to stay grounded. Remember to check your registrations. Remember to vote. Remember to have a plan for vote. And all the insanity going around you, like, we can't control that. We can't control all the crap coming out of Vance's mouth, or the crap coming out of Trump's mouth. We can't control that, unfortunately. As much as we'd like to do that to it, we can't control it. But what we can control is how we react to that and how we feel to that. And it's very easy for me to talk as a non-American citizen, but believe me, I've followed this from a distance for a long time, for the last 6, 7 years. And it's one of the reasons that I got into tarot because, as I said in my introduction video, I started getting videos from people like Lena and Marianne and all the Australian readers. And if you look at that introduction video, that will kind of go into everything about kind of my tarot journey. So I don't want to repeat that. But the thing is, yeah, just to remain grounded, and you've got to vote, you've got to check your registration, take control of the things that you can take control of, and don't let that crap that don't let that be your narrative. Let your narrative be steadfast and within yourself. And there are times too that when it comes to the news, I tend to read a lot of it more than to watch it because I kind of find that all the talking heads, it kind of interferes with my piece too much. So I'll read it. Okay, I've got it on. I've got the message. Um, if I want to watch a program with the talking heads and get some analysis, that's fine. But there's a time when I need to switch off as well. So just set those boundaries and all those barriers around you. All right, guys. I hope that helps you, or I hope that means something to you, or I hope that resonates with you on whatever level. Like any reading or like anything from any reader, take what resonates with you, and the rest you don't have to worry about it. So, but my intention is to help. So yeah. So God bless you guys, and thank you for watching. All right, I'll be back soon. Bye.